Look at that. We're live for another Joking Adventure Hour. This is Friday, August 14, 2026. Hello to X Rumble and BitChute. Hello to Lurks and Bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Oh, yeah.
And before we jump in, be sure you get a copy of The Immortal Mass, a 200-page graphic novel on sale now on my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com. Maycoms.
All the .coms are covered.
Yep. All right. So first up, this is from Eric. President Trump says AOC is planning to run for president in 2028, which is why she's disavowing woke one.
What?
People know the woke. People will become woke again as soon as they get elected. If you look at it, they all say the same thing, trying to disavow themselves about crime. We love sanctuary cities and all the things they said they're now trying to disavow. See through it.
AOC woke one was crazy. She's trying to back away from those comments. Why do you think she's...
I didn't know there was woke one. I guess we're entering woke two.
Well, this doesn't make any sense. They're actually classifying woke in different categories now?
Yes. It's like a season, George. We did season one. Woke.
It's the season of the woke.
Yeah. Now we're entering season 2 woke. You know? If this was a TV series, this would be called Woke, the Mind Virus. Season 1 ended. Now season 2 comes in.
Wow.
Do 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 do. Technically, we're in season 3.
Holy smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do that. Is she going to run for president?
I think so. But if you really look at it, they're all saying the same thing. They're all trying to disavow themselves from saying about crime, and we love sanctuary cities. All the things that they said, they're now trying to disavow. But people know the woke. I mean, they know the woke, and the woke will become woke again as soon as they get elected.
The woke will become woke again as they get reelected.
Yep. Wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah. You know what secret society had that? Not so secret anymore. The Fabian Society. You know.
I guess it's part of their, what do you call it? Their the rules of combat.
Mm-hmm. Eric again.
And the jobs are going to be fantastic. You know, in a couple of years, 2.5 years, somebody's going to be elected. And will you please remember one thing? Trump is the one that did it. These factories are all going to be opening up. They're going to be all opening up. They're going to be opening up, and they're going to say how brilliant they were, right, Todd? They're going to be saying, brilliant. Think of it. And the jobs are going to be fantastic.
There you go. Remember the Falcons.
Yep.
All right, Jay. Anis Freedom reveals a moment of inspiration to join the WNBA. Let's hear it in her own words.
No problem. I'm in my couch, obviously watching the WNBA because I love the game. And I was watching the post-game interviews, and one of the players came out and literally said, I welcome trans athletes in my team any day and every day. And she even said, there's no problem me going against a trans athlete. So I was like, that gave me an idea. I was like, if they don't have any problem with it, why not just go out there and take my shot and try to play basketball in WNBA? I mean, seems like the league itself and plus the players have no problem with it. The WNBA itself, players, and especially the coaches, are the one that been advocating trans people playing in women's sports. So I'm not sure why am I getting all this backlash. They are the one encouraged me to do this. So for that reason, I want to play basketball. I'm in my couch, obviously watching the WNBA because I love it.
Gap After Dark. Hey, guys. Gap After Dark. He's no more trans than the moon is made. Jeez, how dare you, sir? He's a brave and wonderful and strong woman. You can't, you can't say he's not a woman. You can't deny him feeling that he's a woman just to get money and this publicity stunt and show a point to the leftists. No, you have to believe he's a strong woman.
But is he? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, if it's I'm sure they wouldn't want to see your trans penis in the locker room. Transitioning penis. Yeah, he's transitioning up and down the courts, when it gets smacked across their face when he's jumping up alley hoops. It's nothing new for those ladies.
I give this joke about 2 more weeks.
Cap After Dark. I will consider him trans if he sleeps with a pink bear. Can it be stuffed? 2 weeks, George? Nah, they're gonna.
I give it 2 weeks.
I think they're gonna milk this. I think they're gonna milk it all the way to the drafts, or until they force the officials to actually say no trans athletes.
Or maybe just the athletes themselves, they just up and quit and form their own association.
Yeah, Oh wait, they wouldn't do that because they'll lose all the money. Because you know why?
They hardly have any money now.
Yeah, exactly. You know why? Because the NBA is subsidizing their cost.
Well, if the NBA is allowing its own players to go play on the WNBA, well, I'm sure the NBA would be more than happy to subsidize a new association that's not WNBA.
Yeah, it's called the Decepticon NBAs, the DNBAs,
Or it would be, let's see,
or is it the TNBAs?
the WNBA. So, what? They would probably call themselves the not WNBA.
Not WNBA. Yes, it could be stuffed. Belong Gothro. J.K. Rowling should write Ennis a recommendation letter from Hogwarts, saying this strong woman was transmogrified into a man. Let's just have a trans roller derby basketball. You know what, Gap? I'm waiting for Matt Stone and Trey Parker to make that movie. It'll be a sequel to their basketball movie back in the 90s. Wall Street Apes, a popular brand, Primal Kitchen, was bought by Kraft Heinz, and now 90% plus of her avocado oil products are fraud. UC Davis did a testing and found 93% of the chips and 100% of the dressing all came back as having no avocado, even though they were labeled as having avocado oils. Kraft Heinz bought out Primal Kitchen for $200 million, and people immediately started to notice the differentiations in taste. But what people didn't realize is the label started to change what was actually inside the products. 48 of the 54 samples were inconsistent with avocado oil in the U.S. Davis testing. Many other brands also failed. Chips, 93%. Failed. Salad dressing, 100% fail. Mayonnaise, 71% fail.
Yeah.
Gap After Dark. I'll go see it. Talking about the sequel to Trey and Matt movie. We should say, do it. Hey George, do you want to see something cool that you probably know or didn't know?
Okay.
Staying in 1978 TV series The Incredible Hulk reused footage from Steven Spielberg Duel, replacing Dennis Weaver with their own actors. Spielberg went nut and added a clause to future contracts. No one can cannibalize my film and regurgitate them into some other show.
Yep. Well, absolutely. The audio.
There you go.
Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Vroom. Sound effects.
Yep. Yeah.
So what you have here, if you're really clever, you can go back to Duel and put in Bruce Banner
Yeah.
in the truck. So
you know.
Yep.
How Gap, how is that Incredible Hulk when it's Dukes of Hazzard's in there? Well, they all play in the same circles, you know. Can't go too far.
Yep.
Without the pool, in the pool without bumping into somebody.
Yep.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. What's this? Brian Cates. I have known that Scott Bassett is gay since 2023 when he was first mentioned as someone that would be earmarked for a top job in any new Trump administration. Like Rick Grinnell, Scott doesn't wear the fact that he's gay on his sleeve and tries to advance himself based on that. Absolutely awesome that many people out there did not know about him until now. This is what makes Trump so effective. He puts the right people in the right job because they are the best people for that job.
Okay, what was the secret again?
MJ True Ultra. I did not know that Scott Bassett is gay. You?
Yeah.
We talked about that back when they were announcing it.
And gay was not even what do you call it?
Yeah,
a factor in the guy's work.
Yeah, he's a gay married gay man.
But here's the crazy thing: when he was interviewed by these two douchebags,
yeah,
they try to bring it up as a point, and he expertly said, "No, I'm blessed to go to work. Not this guy. There was a couple of douchebags that tried to bring up the whole gay thing with Scott, and Scott said, "No, I'm blessed to wake up every morning and go into work based on my merit."
Yeah.
And that was it. They couldn't even go further than that. They couldn't try to milk it in any way.
Exactly. And I can't say that Trump hates the gay because you got a couple of gay guys in his top officials.
Yeah, J.D. Vance, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. Gap After the Dark. That blonde lady was in the Bionic Woman, and she ended up being made into a fembot.
Yeah, the actors back then were like disposable Lego pieces in movies and TV series.
Yeah. Gap, I can only stay for a little bit. I got to get along, but I left a like for you guys. Thanks, Gap.
What? Sure... No. You're supposed to stay here. Keep the stream running. What the hell, man?
The stream of consciousness. Well, listen at the playback. Let us know what you think. Have a safe night. Mark Rubio just happened to be Cuban. Pam Bondi just happened to be a woman. Harmeet Dillon just happened to be a woman and of Indian heritage. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
That only means that somebody was trying to say something about him being gay or saying that Trump hates the gays. And hey, look, his sexuality is back in the news again. Attorney General James Uthermyers of Florida joins law enforcement and school official in Fort Myers to announce the arrest of over 2,000 child predators.
Oh, pause. I know why they're bringing up Scott Bassett again.
Go ahead.
They're trying to dilute a conservative audience.
Yeah.
Okay. I go, wait a minute. Why are they bringing this shit up? It's utterly pointless. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because people are with their emotions like, look, guys, he's not conservative.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. What's next? No. You just skipped. You just that story right there. What's that story?
They arrest over 2,000 child predators in Florida.
Oh, really? Are we going to have a zoo? Because we have a zoo full of predators like jaguars and lions and tigers. Don't we have a zoo for human predators?
No. You know why?
Why?
Because remember, we passed a law that any child predators are sent to the execution.
Remember so we can't expense it as a zoo expense?
No. They all get executed.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, remember the Exodus where, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of people decided to leave after that law was passed?
That was a lot. That was a big number.
Mm-hmm. And I say thank you for letting everybody know that,
DeSantis should have just trolled the heck out of them and said, oh, so you maybe, okay, we don't know this because, they haven't gone through the court system.
Yeah.
But you may be a predator, a child predator. Okay, we're just going to have a child predator exit tax. Mm-hmm. So you either pay us, $1 million or you go to jail.
I don't know. But what I do know, isn't it funny that this is all about arresting child predators and all these number of finding child victims who's been trafficking?
This is the silent war that you just don't know anything about, because you can't talk about the children because they're underage.
Yeah.
And you can't talk about the predators because then they'll associate with the children who are underage.
Exactly.
So it's just a complete silent war.
Right. But what I was getting at is Robert Patterson is coming out with a new movie based on Hanson.
Hanson, the music?
No, Hanson, the guy who goes after child predators.
Oh yeah, how did he do?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't think it's out yet.
Okay.
Kim, Katie, USA, ICE agent just arrested an illegal alien inside Blender's juice bar in Halliday Beach, Florida. She broke down in tears the moment and nearly had a Hispanic attack the moment it hit her that it was too late.
Wait. She had a Hispanic attack?
Yeah, this is what Kim is saying. I don't know what a Hispanic attack. If she's saying she's going to throw a tantrum,
a Hispanic attack.
Yeah.
It's like me having a Canadian attack.
No,
because I was called out for being too Canadian.
No. It would be like you having a Greek attack.
No, that's history. My history's Canada. I'm reset to. My history is reset to 0, which is Canada.
It's just Canada.
Yeah,
you disavow your Greek heritage after Noah's Odyssey.
If I was born in Greece, my history would continue as a Greek. But nope, I was born in Canada. My history at 0 is Greek.
Yeah. All right. So she's starting to have a meltdown when she realized she could have just self-deported and got $2,000 in exchange of self-deportation. Now she gets nothing and she can't get back into the country for another 20 years. Eric, it's official. J.D. Vance and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just referred 225 hospital and health services or health system to the DOJ and HHS Inspector General for a potential federal law violation after they carried out transgender operation on children. The report found more than 225 hospital and health systems established pediatric gender program nationwide where they preyed on vulnerable children and told families that their kids needed life-altering medical treatment when they really needed was compassionate counseling. If somebody broke the law, we're going to hold them accountable. Vance's letter state violation could include 18 U.S.C. 24 federal fraud and or conspiracy. Well, how do you do ritual sacrifice? By getting people to sacrifice their kids into the Toon World. Remember Cool World?
Cool World with what's her name? The blonde chick. She was good. She was really hot in the 80s.
Isn't that
Basinger? Kim Basinger.
Yeah, Kim Basinger and Brad Pitt.
Oh, it was Brad Pitt in the lead role?
Yeah, the live action guy, detective. Remember?
Oh, geez, I thought it was Val Kilmer.
No.
Well, actually, I thought it was Val Kilmer in the role.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Directed, I think, wasn't this one of his last movies by Ralph Bakshi? Yeah. Which was funny because the studio thought they were going to get another Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Not understanding, Ralph was like, "Nah, I'm going to do kind of horror." And
this definitely wasn't Who Framed Roger Rabbit when the camera goes in through the character's mouth, comes out the other end.
Yeah.
That was just so unnecessary.
Yeah. So. And she's not looking good these days. It's sad when Roseanne looks better than her.
Roseanne looks better than Madonna.
Yes. Who would have thought? Oh yeah, you're a stand-up comic. Oh yeah, in the future, guys, in the future, Roseanne Barr is going to look better than Madonna. It's like, you're a comedian. It's not even funny.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's the truth. So this is what I was mentioning about, but parents begged for an abortion of baby Gabriel, regained custody of the child after the surrogate fled to Texas to have the baby. Nashin Gilkar, 43, and Omar Ahmed, 45, were trying to have their surrogate McKenya West, 28, abort the baby after the baby was diagnosed with hyperplastic left heart syndrome. The syndrome causes the left half of the heart to be smaller and unable to pump blood to the rest of the body. West refused to have the baby aborted and fled to Texas after finding a hospital with high success rate with baby born with that condition. The baby was born, and immediate life-saving surgery was performed on the baby West named Gabriel. Baby Gabriel is now in the custody of the parents who desperately wanted to abort him.
Oh, jeez.
So, I think this is a nuance, situation because you're dealing with so many moving parts in here. Because first of all, it's their genetic material, right? And they paid her as to rent her uterus. The first one. So the first question is that child that's being in that uterus, is that a property or is that a living person, right?
Well, they just answered that right now, didn't they? When they handed the kid to the people that wanted to get rid of the kid.
Yeah.
And I think that by definition means property.
Property.
I wanted to crash my car, but then I decided not to crash my car.
Yeah. Well,
so
no, because
I have to give the car back to the owner.
Right. So here's the other thing. because she was conceived in Alaska, but she gave birth in Texas, and Texas recognized the birth giver as the mother or parent. You know,
Reasonable.
so here's the issue is because first of all, it's breach of contract, so that's one issue, right? Two, regarding Gabriel is a baby or property, that's two, right? Technically, under Alaska law, they could still abort that Gabriel
Gee whiz.
because they're up to birth state, which I don't know why would Alaska do that, but then they did ring choices, so basically their government's compromised. So here's the thing: you have a baby whose legal legal personage is in question because you had parents who wanted to abort the child because they had a congenital heart condition defect that needed to be repaired, and it's going to be a lifelong situation, right?
Yep.
You have a surrogate mother who was paid to rent her uterus out for this couple using their genetic material, so meaning that she's in a breach of contract and she's already admitted. So you're dealing with that as well. And then you're also dealing that she fled with the baby to Texas. So that's kidnapping across multiple state grounds. So
almost like the kid wasn't born.
that's the deal, but we're dealing with everything that's could be put up in this situation, and that could be deal, right?
The kid wasn't born, so how can it be kidnapping?
Yeah, exactly. But they could say it because the child is born. The parents had to fly down from Alaska to Texas to retrieve the child.
Yeah, but hold on a second. The kid wasn't born, so it can't be trafficking or kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
And if the kid's born in Texas, that's birthright citizenship.
It's not birth. We're not talking about birthright citizenship.
Well, he was born in Texas, so the kid's a Texan.
No, we're talking about
if the kid's not a Texan, he's an Alaskan.
Yeah.
Well, then the Supreme Court's got a big problem on their hands.
Exactly.
A big problem.
Right. So this is all around crazy right now. So who's right? Who's wrong? This is bringing a lot of conflicting issues.
I'm so confused. Mr. Cutter, I'm so confused.
And I think that's the point. Colonel Tom Walken, because she started her career in CIA via USAID. Mila Joy. AOC reportedly capped a Cuban illegal immigrant as a close campaign aide right in her inner circle. Somehow she levered her position to get this guy a Social Security number. How does an illegal even clear background check for that? Then she landed him a sweet $94,000 a year government job paid for by the American taxpayer. The same aide later helped her source a $2.1 billion fund that handed out $15,000 relief payment to other illegal immigrants who were ineligible for regular financial pandemic aid. Can anyone explain why this isn't triggering a full investigation and potential charges? What happened to nobody is above the law? Does that slogan only apply to the other side? Mina, you're late for this. This guy got fired and removed.
Yep.
You know, when it was discovered. Come on, man. You think that the FBI is going to do anything? The prosecutor going to do anything? Right now, she has diplomatic immunity. Come on, man.
Yep.
Her crime isn't high crime. It's just being a gullible bitch. That's what it is. Internet Hall of Fame. So let's see. Reader added context and might want people to know. No criminal charges has been filed against Phoebe, Gates, or Philia for cookie stuffing. No claims of facing up to 20 years of prison refers to a lawyer's opinion on the maximum penalty for wire fraud, not ongoing prosecution. So, Hall of Fame, Bill Gates' daughter faces up to 20 years in prison for a shopping app, Philia, and is accused of secretly taking credit for sales that it didn't generate to inflate its commission. She blamed it on software bugs, but Bloomberg reports she knew about it for at least 7 months. Well, like father, like daughter. Oops, she did it again.
Yep, she learned from the best.
Lives a TikTok. I'm sorry. What? CCP official Philip Q, who is also trained as a sniper, just bought a building overlooking the White House, just 650 feet away from the White House ground.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Daily Caller, a senior Chinese Communist Party intelligence official, is the new owner of a historic building overlooking the White House complex. A Daily Caller News Foundation investigation discovered, located approximately 650 feet northeast of the White House ground, the 100-year-old security building on 15th Street was purchased on July 21st, 2026 for $8.4 million by Philip Q and the Family Foundation. Fillings shows. The building new owner, Philip, has held numerous positions in Chinese intelligence, state security arm, according to university records, and the DCNF translation of the Chinese government announcement. So, it'll be cool. It's like, hey, Mr. Trump, how do you enjoy it here? How you enjoy it? I can see you from here from my sniper gun. It's like, oh, Philip, that's good. That's good. I can see you from here on my on my computer screen, and from my satellite dish. They'll vaporize you. How you doing? I see you have a blue roof there. Unlike the clear water having blue on the fountains. Can you believe that? They wanted to destroy the fountains. They wanted to break it down. Drilling. Hassan Piker, the gift that keeps on giving. Salty goat. F the Constitution. I wipe my ass with the Constitution. It's a piece of paper. F the Constitution. F this country. Okay.
That's well put.
Yeah, he's exercising his First Amendment rights. Constitution. Bill Gates, Brian Gates. This is insane. Hama Huli. The almond is fumigated with a probable carcinogen, drinks a tenth of the California water, and left 1.6 bee colony dead last year. The milk is 2 cents per almond. The almond sold as raw in America has been gassed with chemical that drag racing associated with for being too dangerous to burn. The EPA called it a probable human carcinogen. The EU, Canada, and Mexico banned it in food. America gasses nut with it and prints the word raw on the back. Steam costs a processor $2.5 million. The gas costs $500,000. You can work out which one is your Corolla. Every almond carries a water prints of 3.2 gallons. The tomato field can sit out a drought. A orchid cannot. The tree drinks every year or dies, so the demand is locked in whatever the sky does. Parts of San Joaquin Valley have sunk over 20 feet as the water come out. Road buckling, canal crackling, the ground itself collapsing.
Okay, see, hold on a sec. Why don't they just teach the trees to drink salt water?
Exactly.
They drink the salt water. They filter out the salt.
Yeah,
You got these salty trees, and you got unlimited water for the almonds at the same time.
exactly. Just
Yeah,
genetically engineer, making salt and keeping the water.
yeah,
Crying trees, salty crying tree. They're very salty to you.
yeah.
Lives in TikTok. 21 states and DC are suing the Transportation Department to block Trump admin from obtaining the DNV data to verify the 17 million individual holding a commercial driver's license.
What? You think that would be a given? Just hand it over.
Nope. Because if they give it over, then those people are out. 17 million people who should not be on the road. Guess what? The number of crashes falls. Guess what? The prices of insurance fall. Guess what? The number of kickbacks these states receive lessen. These states are Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Vermont, Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Delaware, New Jersey, and Maryland. George?
At this point, they're not even hiding their corruption.
Oh, no. They need to be as obvious as possible because some people are too stupid to see. It's like, hey guys, don't touch the rock of all evil. They look at each other. Let's touch the rock of all evil, and explodes.
It's pure evil.
Yeah.
No.
Lives a TikTok breaking. Massachusetts Governor Mara Haley just announced a new $90,000 government position. It's helped to crack down the skyrocketing crime. Joking, it's a heat officer. Her job is to reduce the impact of heat. Yeah, hey, I'm going to get $90,000 of doing nothing. Because she's the heat officer, George.
The heat officer, bringing in the heat. It's the heat of the night.
She needs to be the coal meister, not the heat meister.
The heater rises.
She needs to find Mr. Cool, Mr. Freeze.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, the Democrat mayor of Lawrence, Massachusetts, Brian DePena, has been arrested for fraud by FBI Boston. Another Democrat Foster in handcuffs. He stole $1.5 million fraudulent SBA loans and funded his campaign accounts with them, along with $833,000 towards mortgages.
Okay.
All right. Talking about Hunter Biden, American AF, Hunter Biden has officially endorsed AOC for president. He said he's the future of the Democrat Party in every way.
I'm sorry. That's not a joke, is it?
No. And that she could be a president tomorrow if she wanted to be. Her actual policy record is consistent with that claim. Medicare for all, abolition of ICE, reduction of police funding, end of cash bail, expand public benefit for illegal immigrants, full legalization pathway for those already in the country legally, along with standard progressive line on gender in sports.
Wow.
Crawled in. I didn't know we could just declare his transgender claim to be a bad faith and then simply dismiss those claims out of hands. This is a clarifying revelation. Thanks, WNBA. Polymark. The WNBA denounces bad faith transgender claims after ex-NBA players Anise Kanker Freedom and Royce White declared themselves women and vowed to enter the 2027 WNBA draft. They can't do it in bad faith, George.
Wait, Derek, the WNBA excuse for not letting them in is they came in bad faith?
Yeah, they're bad. They're bath. They're bath-faith lesbians. I mean, transsexuals.
How do you even quantify that?
It's getting more ridiculous all the time.
How do you even? Seriously, how the hell do you quantify bad faith? That's just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess they're putting feelings into this. So how do you have a feelings meter? I mean, is this
Mm-hmm.
Monsters Inc?
Yeah, scream,
I just it doesn't make any sense.
scream, scream all night. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Study the MSS 200 National Security Study Memorandum 200 1974, written under Henry Kissinger, classified until 1989. The subject: world population growth and implementations. Excuse me. Implementations for the American national security. Its argument: population growth in the developing world, specifically in 13 countries, identified name includes Nigeria, Brazil, India, Indonesia, Mexico, representing a strategic threat to the United States. Not because overpopulation caused humanitarian crisis, but because young population in resource-rich country creates political pressure for those countries to control their own resources. The memo was explicit: if the developing country developed political consciousness, resource nationalist government in response to their own population need, they will demand control of their oils, minerals, and agricultural lands. That control would come at the expense of American access. The solution proposed was population control program funded through the USAID, an international organization, targeting those specific countries not as humanitarian aids, but population control to reach their for resources. So there you go. Black and white, Seth. Black and white.
Good old history. Harsh mistress.
Yep. And then Colonel Tom Watkins says Kitchener is CIA, which is USAID, which is CRF, which is RIIA, which is the Pilgrim Society, which is the Fabians, which is the Miller Group, which is the Chatham House. Eugenics was one of their specialties. It's like circle jerking here, George. Circle jerker. You jerk over here, you jerk over there, but everywhere else, everybody gets the mess.
Yep.
Hmm. Do 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 do. So this is strange. Came out of nowhere, but breaking Luigi Maniotti has officially pled guilty in the federal court. The DOJ intend to seek life in prison without possibility of parole. The leftist in New York City jurors will no longer be able to set him free.
What does that even mean?
He pled guilty to assassinating the United Healthcare CEO. Remember?
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah. That's strange. Wouldn't you want the leftist juries that would probably would say that you're not guilty and you walk out free?
You know, you think he would want an easy way out, but it didn't happen.
So who twisted his balls?
Something's going on.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Do. I don't know, George. Something does not smell right. MJ2 Ultra. This is pretty fascinating. Scott Bassett says George Soros crashed the U.S. market on election night 2016 and lost big against Trump. All right. Here's the interview.
Debt hole that we're in. I would love to, let's talk a little bit more about behind that desk. I have been fascinated with you, your life, your career. One of the things that I think some people know about your career, if they don't, they're about to learn, is that you worked for a long time, 2 different stints, 15 years for George Soros. And there's a lot of people watching,
What?
I'm sure you know, Mr. Secretary, like, what?
Yeah.
The secretary worked for George Soros? There's a lot of people, perhaps me included, that have a lot of doubts about this man. So I would ask you, what do we misunderstand about George Soros?
Well, a couple of things. My job for him was working at the investment side, never on the foundation side, and those were kept very separate. And for my first stint, Mr. Soros was focused on bringing down the Iron Curtain and was very helpful in the collapse of the Soviet Union. After I had left the first time, sometime in the early 2000s, I don't know what happened. He got much more focused on domestic policy. He and I rarely talked about politics. We haven't spoken since just after President Trump was elected in 2016.
Haven't spoken in 10 years.
And I would tell you that we had a very robust discussion, and election night 2016 was one of the 3 best periods I've ever had for money making, because I thought President Trump was going to win. And I don't know if you remember, Will, but election night 2016, the market crashed. Market crashed, and that was one of the greatest buying opportunities of all time, because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this is the most pro-business president probably since Calvin Coolidge. And I later found out that George Soros was the one selling the market. He was crashing the market, lost several $1 billion that night, and myself and several others made a lot of money for our investors the next few weeks.
We have a couple minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Funny how the news doesn't talk about that until years later. Liz Churchill on the left, an evil doctor that banned Bactrim for HIV patient to push the AZT, resulting in mass death. Right, an evil doctor banning ivermectin for COVID patient to push the remdesivir, resulting in mass death. Arrest Mr. Dr. Fauci now. 2 era, same guy. Still the same prick.
Oopsie.
Takes a small prick to make every day a bad day. All right, Wall Street Apes. The Hispanic man in America illegally has decided to self-deport after being given an ankle monitor and told he must check in at an ICE detention facility in Texas. He has an ankle monitor because he was caught in a scheme where illegals were giving fake Social Security cards and work authorization. So I'm self-deporting myself from the United States to Mexico. I've gone to every court. I paid the fines for being here illegally since I was 2 years old. I'm leaving. I just want to leave through the bridge that I want to go through. It's so dumb.
Oh, wait. Hold on a sec.
Yeah?
He's been here since he was 2 years old?
Yeah.
So you're telling me he had, how old is he?
I don't know, but if he's here for 2 years, he's probably DACA, so he's probably in his 30s.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is he could have started all the paperwork when he was like 3 years old.
Or 16 or 12 or whatever.
Yeah, but the earliest he could start the paperwork would be like 3 years old. To get ahead of this situation.
Yeah.
You know, he had plenty of time.
So I'm self-supporting from the United States. Okay. I just want to. Okay. He has an anchor modder because if illegals location are tracked, there will never be deported and just disappear back into America. Because of the ankle modder, he now wants to self-deport. It looks like real enforcement works. So basically, he has an ankle monitor to track him from escaping.
So basically, they're deporting him back to his own country.
Yep.
Which is America.
No, Mexico. I mean, North America continent, but yeah, Mexico.
Oh, okay. So we're getting a little more detailed now. It's Mexico, not America.
Yeah. Which is in the North America continent. You know?
Yeah, he had his chance.
Yeah. He has his chance. Samuel say, I don't know how bad the I didn't know how excuse me. Let's try this again. I didn't know just how bad the education system is until I became a teacher at a classical Christian school last year. All of my students came from public school system. One of the grade 3 students couldn't even read the word in. I refused to accommodate his illiteracy. I developed a plan to help him read, and I gave him an F basically on every assessment. Within a few months, he was reading whole sentence. Failing illiterate students is the best thing you can do for them. They won't care about learning if the school system doesn't care about teaching them. See, here's the big problem, George. And I said it multiple times in previous episode, but I'll say it again. The problem is back in 2020, excuse me, 2002, right? Or 2001, President George H. President W. Bush, excuse me, not H.W., but President the Junior, right? George Junior. Passed a law called No Children Left Behind, and basically what it says, kids doesn't matter if they fail or succeed, they'll continue moving to the next grade. You can't be left behind to a previous grade. So when that happened, that was the beginning of the end of the public school system because they're going to just keep passing people until they graduate or get a certificate of completion. Whoop whoop.
Okay. We talked about this yesterday, I think. Yeah. Kids are smart enough to get online with their phones. They're smart enough to figure out everything else.
Yep. Let's see. Culture Craze, Stranger Things stars Nalia Dreyer and Charlie Hilton has reportedly broken up after 10 years together. I guess their contract is up because they're not doing any more Stranger Things.
I don't even know who they are.
That was the Will's older brother and what's his name, older sister from Stranger Things.
Okay, and
they were in the first season. They became romantically involved, on screen and off screen.
They were in the first season.
Yeah, all the way to the last season.
Okay, so they were in the series.
Yeah, they're in the series.
Oh, okay.
But most people watch the first season.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You know, Kevin W. Do made an executive decision without questioning it.
Wait, what the hell's this?
You know, this lady was trying to do the fire dance.
In a hurricane?
Huh?
In a hurricane?
In a hurricane?
Yeah, there's a hurricane. She's trying to do the fire dance. Wait, is this a mail order fire dance? You know, like you order, you know, a guy in a rabbit suit for a party?
Apparently, I don't know. All I know is that this lady didn't know what she was doing.
Well, no. Look at the weather. There's a storm brewing. Everybody, and look at where everybody is. They're in shelter.
Yeah.
So she's there. If she doesn't perform, she doesn't get paid, regardless of the storm. And the storm is interfering with her burning coconuts.
Yeah.
I can't believe I actually said that in a sentence.
Yeah, she's you know, she wasn't able to handle her burning coconuts and set herself on fire.
You know what's going to happen, eh? She's going to sue the guy that pushed her into the water.
Yeah.
Watch. Yep.
Weep. I could have drowned. Oh boy. Oli London, man. Excuse me. Oli London. Nicole Kidman reveals she learned how to do her hair and makeup from transgender men. I used to go to the trans club. That's where I learned to do my hair and makeup. I would walk out there and I would feel pretty. I would feel like I was transformed.
Okay, now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense. Years upon years of sloppy hairstyles and all that stuff. It finally makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Nicole Kidman's a man, baby.
No, she did all the hair and makeup herself.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't qualified as a professional.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those examples, they're not good examples. Don't put that on your resume. Oh wait, she did. That's why she doesn't have that many roles.
Sometimes you wonder, and then you say no. Sometimes you just have to let things go, you know?
Sometimes you feel like a nut dude.
All right. I guess I should leave it. I should leave it there, you know?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah. The next story wouldn't be so nice.
Tune in tomorrow to see the not nice story.
Exactly. Thank you to Blonde Goth Girl. Thank you to Gaff After Dark. Thank you to Lurkers Bot. Thank you to everybody else. Peace.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together we can make America great again.